Patrick, your turn.
Oh. Um, a lot of stuff is happening.
Yeah, it's kind of hellfire going on here.
So, Patrick is going to unsheath his shotgun and fumble for his um let's go with two shutdown shells.
Okay, that's your turn.
Um yeah, he will take a few steps forward, but that's not like a any sort of
No.
distance thing.
Gotcha. All right. Joan is now out of sight, but you hear her calling. You hear her. Actually, wait. Neuro means her body's been shocked, which means she's moving kind of groggy, kind of slow, kind of, not all that great. Um, I'm gonna roll a percentile to see if she has the hand-eye coordination for this, because I think that's fair. What's my threshold? Okay. Ooh, nope. Okay, never mind. She can't get to something that she really, really wants, but she is now out of sight. Tom, your turn.
I am going to let the fire dissipate.
Okay. The fire dissipates. Uh, well, here's the thing. So the wall itself dissipates, but everything is still on fire in front of you. And
Yeah.
it is a raging inferno. I would like everyone to roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Through the smoke and through the haze, you all cannot see your targets.
Okay. I'm going to spend my turn extinguishing the fires.
What's the range on that? Like, what surface area? How much can you do?
Let's see. Extinguish flames 170 feet. The power to instantly put out flames without the needs of chemical and water.
Sorry, how many feet?
170.
170, 170. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, you have the range to do that. Oh, bursters, you can do so much. So you're spending your turn to have that die down. Okay.
Yes.
Smoke doesn't dissipate instantaneously, but the fire has stopped. So that's good. Unfortunately, Al, just because this is happening around the same time, there's still smoke in the air, but you do see the fire start. The fires almost magically are snuffed out, but the air is still filled with smoke right now.
Got it. I guess my best course of action would be to drop as low to the ground as I can and still aim for legs and such, under the idea that smoke rises.
Uh-huh. So you're going to take a step forward away from the bush, of course, that you are, then hit
Right.
the ground.
Right. I don't know how effective it would be, but that would be his
It'll be
logical
some
thought.
effective. I'm going to be changing your threshold by a smidgen. And as the turns go by, as time passes, it'll be a higher and higher threshold for you to spot. But I'd like you to roll me another D100 then.
All right. 36.
Not quite. Not quite. You're close. You think you see what could be feet, but you're not 100% sure. You can't confirm it.
All right. Did I take my turn searching? So that's the turn?
Well, you dropped on the ground and took a
Right.
look around. Yeah, that's pretty much your turn. Unless you
All
want to say something or do something super quick.
No. I think that would pretty much take his whole turn. So.
Yeah, Alicia's gonna just curse, and she doesn't know what to do. She's passing on her turn. Al, you can roll again. The smoke hasn't had time to dissipate, though. So you can roll again to try a spot.
All right. Yeah, I will do
I won't
that.
let this consume your entire turn.
All right.
Yep, the threshold is 30.
Oh.
You
all right.
can see... Ooh, give me a moment. One D6. You can see the feet. They're moving feet. The armor isn't camouflage, So you're assuming it's Joan.
Got it. Then I would take a called aim shot at her feet.
All right.
So that will be plus 8.
Now you're shooting through the haze, although I did confirm that you could see it. I'm just going to give you a -1.
It makes perfect sense to me. Alright, so it'll be a +7. For called shot at the feet, that's 19.
And now, normally, I would say... Oh, wait, it's 19. I was looking at that 11.
No, that was damage, yeah.
Joan, you know what? You have auto-dodge, so this doesn't hurt you at all. But you got to get a natural 20, girl. Or a 1, whatever.
Close enough.
Roll me a damage, sir.
11.
And this is with the laser shot?
With the, the higher...
What color's, what color's your laser beam? What color do you want it to be?
I imagine that the ion shot is blue and the regular one is red. So the regular one is the red one.
So, a shot of... And I want to just roll one more 1d6 here. Okay. A shot shoots from a red beam, shoots straight from your laser, piercing through that fog, hitting its target. You hear a blood-curdling scream and a thump as Joan hits the ground, and everything below her ankle has been atomized. So, yeah. In addition, 4 other trees are hit and also fall. Oh, shit. Guys, who do I want to do this? Burn! You've been doing the most collateral damage. I'm going to let you do this.
Okay.
I want you to roll me... Oh, this is going to be fun. Roll me a 1d100.
Okay.
Do it. Oh, darn. Okay. No problem. I'll tell you what I was rolling. I was rolling to see if one of the down trees hit the prince. There's a 25%
that would have been so cool.
I know, but
Yeah, it happens.
it didn't happen. Fate was that. All right, top of the order. Joan is screaming, and she is... give me a second. Yes, okay. Through the pain. All right, so this is her turn. This is all that you can hear. You can hear her say, "Run, Prince, they're too powerful. Hide." And then you hear her call on the comms for immediate assistance, giving a rough trajectory. But she yells, where the smoke is. Bring... And she's just calling for everybody on the channel. So that's her turn. You have no idea where Prince Jasper is. The haze has started to lift slightly. For all your spot checks, I have increased the threshold, but it's not completely dissipated.
All right.
Joan continues her communications. Sorry, I'm just trying to think in character what she would say. It's too late. She finishes off rattling her commands, and you hear groans of pain. But once again, Al... No, I'll wait till your turn before I describe exactly what you see. Fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, Prince Jasper can't be seen. Patrick?
Alright, that didn't work.
Oh.
I'm going
Gotta change
to,
this.
sheath my shotgun while moving through the smoke in the northern direction.
Sorry, I just... Could you say that again?
I'm going to put away my shotgun.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? No, I'm going to unload the ammo I just put into my shotgun.
Okay.
And take my movement through towards the north side.
So through the smoke?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a D100. You're able to see enough. You're able to see a figure of Joan on the ground. She seems to be lying on her side, and she is struggling to find something. Like she's struggling to reach for her back. Right. That's that. And that's your turn. Her turn. Oh, she is bleeding out. But I'm going to be rolling some D100s here because oh no. Oh wow. This is not your day. Whatever she's fumbling for is getting weaker and weaker. As Patrick, you're able to see blood just gushing from her right foot. Oh boy. Oh, Joni. Prince Jasper, no one has a beat on yet. Joan the King, you got another D100, girl. Oh, okay. All right. She grips onto reality enough that you... let's see here. Oh, she just has mega damage melee weapons. Oh, Joan, why didn't you come more prepared?
Just supposed to be a hunting expedition.
Yeah, I know. I
But
know.
who's the hunter?
Yeah, well... All right. No, she can do nothing. She can do nothing. She's... actually, you know what? She's out of the fight. And from time to time, I'm going to be doing a couple rolls, but she's as good as dead. Tom.
Okay, I would like to start going in the direction that we last knew the prince was.
Okay. Roll me D100, please.
Okay. 17?
I'm going to have you roll me another D100, please.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Well then. You don't see the prince, but you see very, 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 very recent movement through that smoke. It looks like some branches are rustling. Like he kind of went into some vegetation that looks like it's about 70 feet off to your right.
Okay. And that is my turn?
That's your turn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Patrick.
Okay. Give me a second. I am going to be I'm going to be sheathing my shotgun and going to continue to look for
More people?
Yes, more people, specifically the prince. I guess I had to continue moving through this smoke thing.
All right. You continue moving through, your speed value, which is like, I think, around 20 or something like that. So you're halfway through the smoke. Roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
No, you can't quite see him.
Okay.
You do not spot him yet. Prince Jasper keeps doing something. Blindly. Oh, Prince Jasper. Al.
Al is going to use this turn to pick up his knives and say, Jackie!
Uh-huh.
And I'm sorry, girl, I still need you. Track the prince, emit a noise so we can follow.
She doesn't know what the prince is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Track the target you just flashbanged. Emit a noise so we can follow.
There we go. All right, off Jackie goes.
I'm sorry, Jackie.
All right. Jackie disappears off in the smoke somewhere.
All right, and I think that would be because he's picking up his knives and stuff, so that would probably be his turn.
Yep. Tom.
All right, I am going to go in the direction that I saw the disturbed bushes.
Great. Roll me another D100, please.
42.
You spotted him. He's blind. He's trying to go through, it looks like, just a small series of clumped up, smaller, they're not even trees. They're just tiny saplings. A strange, just small. It's not quite a bush. It's not quite a tree. It's kind of in between. You know. I don't
right.
know enough about botany. I suck at it. I'm sorry, but
It's cool.
you see him. He's trying to stay low. He's trying to be quiet, but he's clearly moving around very blind. And despite his excellent camouflage, you see him, and you can still act.
All right, I would like to throw a firebolt at him.
All right.
I
roll
would like
me
to. I would like to aim for his leg.
Okay.
So, what penalties would that incur?
Oh yes, aim shot to the leg. Oh yeah, I should have done that. Al asked me if there's any penalties to hit the head, and I said no, but there should have been. I'm such a fool. But legs are just -1.
Okay.
Oh no, in fact, I think you were fine because what I was asking was, would there be additional penalties because she was in a melee fight? So.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, I don't feel so bad.
All right. Let's see if I hit. So it's -1. So actually, that should be +3 because of fire.
Hit the main body.
Hit the main
Roll
body.
damage.
All right.
He can't dodge. He's not a juicer, and he's blind.
Yeah. Let's make sure. Okay.
I mean, like, if he was blind and he kind of knew the attack was coming, I'd have him roll with his penalty. That's the whole point, right? But he doesn't see the attack coming. You're summoning this with your mind. You're not even saying anything. 6 damage?
Yes.
All right, 6 damage hits him in the back. Well, now he knows you're there.
He is blind to the suffering of his people.
All right. Alicia is also sifting through the fog now, trying to spot El Princo. Of course, she sees a firebolt through the smoke, so she starts heading in the direction of Tom. That's her turn. Al,
Same
you're
thing.
also...
Yeah, headed towards firebolt noise.
Okay,
Sound, light.
this turn you'll probably get close to where Tom is,
Okay.
so you'll be able to see what he sees soon enough if Prince Jasper doesn't do anything else. In which he will... Oh, give me a moment, guys. Sorry, there's a lot of pauses in this, but you guys are just doing very well and very unexpected, and I really want to play to the character of the prince.
Okay.
So I just got to think exactly what he would do and what his demeanor would be like. He stops where he is, and he turns around. Of course, he's not turning to face you directly, Tom, because he doesn't know exactly where you are. You can see through the visor of his body armor mask that he's squinting and trying to look out. And then he simply says, "Who are you? Why are you attacking me?"
Should I respond?
You may respond on your turn for sure. Unless it's a
Alright.
very, very quick response. Or you guys can
No,
go
no.
out of... Or what we can do is go out of combat for a while. We can like pause and resume where we left off. That's definitely an
That-
option, guys.
That could be a thing because we're basically just going to run up to him in our next few turns anyways.
Well, this is what it is. Like we can role play. What I really want to do is... What I want to say is this, is that if you want to actually speak with this guy, you can do so freely. We'll be out of combat. The second anything aggressive happens, though, on either side, we go right back into combat.
Alright,
Where we left off.
I will say that, and of course the party is welcome to stop him or counter this, but Al's goal right now is kill him and GTFO, because things are coming.
Yeah, let's not pause it. I will not respond to him.
All right. Then it is Alicia's turn. And it's pretty... I'm assuming Alicia gets the same... She thinks the same thing, let's just say. Because it's clear, yeah. shit's coming, and you left one hell of a signal. So she's just gonna try to hit the prince.
If Batman were here, he'd be like, I'm justice.
Prince, I don't know, dude. Like, maybe. No, that was at -10. You need a natural 20, dude. And you used up your last action. You didn't have next action, so you couldn't even have done it in the first place. Alicia, just roll for freaking damage, girl. Oh, 13. Oh, man, this guy. All right, another explosive crack. The front of his armor in particular is looking pretty bad. A large explosive crater, in addition to it's just melted and pocked and blistered from all the fire damage it has sustained. Now it's Alicia's turn. Patrick.
He's going
You're
to...
still pretty far away from Tom, Al, and Alicia because you took a while to load and reload your gun. If you want to
Okay.
get to where they are, you'll have to spend another turn getting there.
Okay. My character's currently unarmed. Kind of. Yeah, I think he's going to spend his turn getting through the smoke and haze and things like that and just popping out from the other side and getting
Sweet.
to what's going on.
Sure thing. All right, Tom, here you go.
Okay, I am not going to respond to him at all. I'm just going to respond with another firebolt. This time at the
Alright.
chest. So, no penalties? And-
No.
No. No. Whoop!
He's out of actions. Roll damage, homie.
10?
Okay. Another blistering crater cracks right on the left side of the chest plate of his armor, seriously compromising its structural capacity. Al.
Aim shot to the chest.
Well, then you just don't do an aim shot then, because
Oh, right. I'm sorry. No, you are right. Just an aim shot to the main body then. Do I still have the
Okay.
-1 for the smoker? No, we said no.
No. You guys
Okay.
are so close. The smoke is still kind of dissipating, but
So
he can't defend himself, so it's not that hard.
so 10 and 10 damage.
Okay. Another laser bolt hits him in the side and the stomach of his armor, creating another crater. Ooh, it is. His armor's not looking good. And in fact, Alicia, with just a muttered curse underneath her breath. Yep. And yeah, no conversation, no monologue, no final words, no anything. And a highly compressed, fragmentary pellet shoots, well, not really a pellet, like a little bullet almost, shoots from her gun, hitting him in the chest, and a great an explosion erupts, tearing through armor, flesh, skin. As through the hazy smoke and as the explosion clears, it is clear he has been knocked backward from the blast, and a giant gaping chest wound, a giant concave mess from his neck bone to his stomach. It's like his body has been blown open in a sense, and he lays there on the ground, unmoving and extremely dead. Good job. Now what would you like to do? Jackie circles around his body a few times, making chipping noises.
Jackie, no!
That's great. Let's try and take out Joan really quick and then GTFO.
You go to where Joan is, and she is pale, and Al does not even need to do a paramedics check. She's dead. She died of blood loss and trauma.
Actually, Al wouldn't be bothered. Al's going to do one thing. He's going to quickly search for the bow, muttering something about proof that he's dead.
Yes.
Yes, you find the bow. It was actually okay. Ooh, give me a second. Roll me a
Mhm.
D100 because you're
Sure.
searching for it. Time is going to be a factor.
Got it.
It takes you roll me 2d6.
All right. 7.
It takes you 7 minutes to find
All
it.
right.
But nearby, in a clutch of bushes that he was stumbling through, you're able to find his bow. It is a impressive modern. What is it? Not a concave bow, but a
Composite?
compressed composite. Thank you. A composite bow that has a significant amount of laser attachments. It's very similar to a very modern hunting bow, except this one seems to be made of mega damaged or high impact materials. Uh,
Mm.
and it is clearly colored in the royal colors, and you think it would make a fine identifier.
Then
I
our
have
No, wait, I shouldn't tell you what you
I
think. Oh my
right. That's
goodness.
fine.
I have one quick question. Did Jasper have any kind of rings or anything?
You'll have to search his
When
body.
Well, when Jackie filmed him?
She did not get that detailed because she
Okay.
was far enough watching. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Well,
think. I honestly don't think you'd be able to tell.
yeah, that's fine.
Well, Bern, it took me
Wh-
7 minutes to find the bow. I'm sure you could.
that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
Sorry.
Let me say it.
Sorry.
While Al is searching, I will take off his gloves.
Okie dokie.
Are there any kind of jewelry?
Let me think. Yes, on his ring finger on his right hand, there is a silver inlaid ring with an ornate sapphire in the center of it.
All right, I will try and
Uh,
take it.
Yeah, sure, not a problem.
All right.
He's dead. He's not resisting.
Well, depending on how long it might take to like wriggle it off his finger, if it's a tight fit, that kind of thing. That's why I was saying.
All right, roll me 1d6.
Okay. 1.
1 minute.
All right.
Unless anyone has anything else they want to do here, I'm for running.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patrick is actually like kind of behind you two, kind of looking around sporadically and just like kind of like doing the I need to pee dance
Right.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's GTFO.
So where are you headed?
Honestly, I think our best bet is going to be running straight, continue the direction the prince was going, because that's going to be away from all the search parties, and then make a long circle back to our camp.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a moment, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take just maybe 2 minutes, so feel free to talk amongst yourselves, plan whatnot. I'm going to be making me a new table.
I'm going to be BRB.
An impromptu table. All right.
I'll be right back.
Because I like making tables, plus it's important. All right.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't think we're gonna be able to save Blinky. Like at all.
What? Why not?
Chat really wants us to save Blinky, but that would mean going into the base, and we've done the mission. I'm sorry, not mission. We have assassinated the dude that we need to assassinate. Now we have to GTFO.
All right. It's Patrick would definitely want to reconsider that.
Going into the camp?
We'll go through the front door, but yeah.
Okay. All right. And what would we be doing there?
Inspecting Blinky.
It would. It would really, really, really depend on, like, uh, it would really depend on how much of the forces, if there's any forces still there. I mean,
Well, they did call everyone.
they did technically, but I don't know if they would stay back. If I mean, if we get close enough, I could maybe torch the lock of the cage and just let him out. But that would require getting
We're-
us close.
Yeah, we're Patrick is going
There
to be
you go.
very insistent. We're going to inspect. Don't jump to anything.
Okay. Al, you're
All right. Oh, sorry. Keep going. I don't think
Squee?
Squee's back.
damn. Okay.
No, he's not back.
I need to wait until he's back.
Cool.
Because we want to get to a place. We need to.
Yes,
see if-
you're. Yeah, great. Yeah, you guys can determine where you're going. I just rolled just a very quick encounter table, and I just had to come up with some values I think was really fair with how you handled the situation and what's available and all that other stuff, right? So I couldn't do this beforehand because I had no idea what you guys are going to do or how successful it would be. But yeah. Oh, Prince. All right.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Okay.
Welcome back. We
So
have
I'll let you
something
guys
that we need
discuss first
to
before
talk
we
to you
start
about.
rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So essentially, Patrick wants to go into the camp.
Oh.
Again, not through the front door.
Not through the
You
front
saying
door.
It sound like
I know, but it doesn't matter. It's a patrol
Guys.
camp.
Wait. Why do you want to go in the camp?
for Blinky.
For Blinky. Al's for this.
Oh fuck. Okay.
And D100. Okay, heads up. Just as a GM, because I know it's a tense situation, everything like that, right? But just remember, we're all friends. This is just problem solving together, right? So we'll all be all nice and civil with each other. There's no need to get like emotional or anything like that. We'll just talk it through. It's all good. All
I
right.
know. I can just see this backfiring so bad.
I you know what? And
I'm-
Burn, out of character, and even in character, I would say, I agree with you, the risk, but I think that if I were in a cage, I'd want someone to do that for me.
Patrick, like looks at you like you've touched his heart.
All right. Is Alicia?
Okay. So tell me how you guys what's the plan of action to get there, right? Because the way you approach it can modify, what's going to be happening.
I
right?
do have one suggestion, and Al would ask Tom. Tom, what's the furthest range you can start fire and extinguish it?
Start and extinguish?
Yes.
About 240 feet.
Can you?
And I can extinguish 170.
Can you? With your and out of character, because obviously I'm not sure it would exactly be feet, but basically what Al would like to do if Tom's up for it is the way away from the prince, as our original plan to run, is start a fire and extinguish it so there's smoke, and then a little further more down, start a fire and extinguish the smoke to give the impression we've continued on that direction. I don't want to just leave a forest fire going, but something that's like, oh my god, there's more smoke that way, and there's more smoke behind that. They've gone this way.
I could do it if I have line of sight, and this is a forest.
Yeah. Yep. Bingo.
Yep.
Yeah, right in the head.
All right, maybe at least how far could, and I guess this would be
You
a
can
GM
see
question
maybe
too.
about 90 feet before the trees just run too much together.
All right, then how about just every 20 feet or so up until the 90 feet to give the idea of a clear path.
Well, I could make a line about 55 feet long.
You know what? That might even make them even more confused. Like, what the hell moves and just creates fire as it goes? That might work. Well, no, that
Yeah.
wouldn't work because that would give the impression that there was just a weapon that caused that line of damage. It really probably would need to be at intervals.
Okay.
Because if we did just a straight line, it could very easily be mistaken for someone just fired a bunch of fire that direction. But if it's at intervals, the only conclusion I could come to is something's moving that direction.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that as long as we extinguish it, which I can do.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We're going to need to move somewhat, depending on how far we want to do this. Like, do we want to move forward an extra 300 feet? Light, 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 and then go another direction?
I think that might be a good idea. And then double back.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And try and be silent on the way back.
Right. Like, basically, we dash as fast as we can those 300 feet, making those lights. Then we dash maybe 100 feet to the left or right, and then start being silent.
Yeah.
Or as silent as we can be. And working our way back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if that's the plan, I would just want to make sure everyone's good with that plan, because if it is, we're going to enact that plan, and that's going to change, because I made this little possible encounter table, right? And creative ideas bring rewards. So I want to modify that, positively or negatively, if I know if that's for sure what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. As long,
I'm
yeah,
good with this.
as long as we're sure, and Tom is fairly sure that this won't cause a forest fire, I'm all for it.
He
I
has
just-
enough mental control over that. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is going to be draining, though, because after this, I'll have almost no ISP. That's the thing.
I think Al would be a little concerned. He'd like, Tom, can you do this? I know you have the amulet, but it's your call.
Yeah. I can do this 4 times and still have enough to possibly be effective in battle.
Al will nod and say, it's, I think it's a great, I think it's a great idea. It could really work. It's your call, my friend.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, great. So you enact that first part of your plan. Not a problem as far as starting the fires to make it look like whatever killed the prince. I headed in that direction, right? But so now what I'm going to be doing is that you guys are going to be heading back towards the camp. We're going to be doing land navigation, and we're going to be doing prowl checks. So anyone who's trained in land navigation, do that. And whoever is trained in... well, no, it doesn't matter if you're trained in prowl or not. We do prowl checks, okay? What we're doing is another minor skill challenge. It's very simple. If you have more successes, I'm going to have you roll on one table. If you have more fails out of all of them, I'm going to have you roll on another table. Of course, to sway this, once again, I'm bringing up to you, my dear players, if you can think of any other skill and any circumstance that you can use to aid you in this situation, I will allow it to include it into the rolls and, maybe push you to have more successes than failures. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one idea, guys. What if we use Jackie, and Al would probably have to ask this. Well, he's read the manual. He might know. Does Jackie have any sort of PA system or speakers or ability to be loud?
As I look at her invoice, cosmetic claws, defensive systems, sensors and optics, intelligence. No, she does not.
All right, then never
She
mind.
was not made with a speaker.
Yeah. Would you like to do another detect ambush thing?
Definitely, yeah.
All right.
Well, I would just be doing that constantly as we go.
So we're gonna add that as one of, like, you'll just roll it once, but we'll add it as a skill. So how about we do this? First step 1, right? Land navigation. Who has land navigation?
I do.
Yes, I do.
All right, I would like you both of you to roll those.
Failed.
Succeeded.
Okay, great. Now, everyone, please do prowl. Now, since you're untrained in prowl, Patrick,
Mhm.
you're going to have a base 25% chance. So if you get above 25%, it's a failure.
Really paying for those successes earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 failures and 1 success. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, miscellaneous ones, right? So we want Al's detect ambush. So go ahead and roll that. That's a success. Great. Any other skills that you guys can think? Feel free to think outside the box here, guys. The ball's in your court.
Let me take a look at my skills real fast.
What about climbing?
Oh my
How
god!
do you think you could use that?
Climbing the trees? Moving along
Sorry,
the
that
trees?
sounded accusational. That's more me just
No,
asking.
I'm putting it out. Would climbing trees work? Moving along the branches?
Trees are pretty close together.
Yeah.
But maybe like climb a tree to prevent people from following your tracks, I guess.
Yeah.
But they'd see your tracks go up to a tree, and then okay, here's the thing. You'd climb the tree, no problem, but then what would you get from the tree? You'd jump from tree to tree? That could be risky. Since you're in body armor and you weigh a lot.
Yeah, that is true.
And branches have only so much weight they can handle.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I could do, personally.
I have one idea, perhaps. And this might not work, it might. Inferno. If
Yeah.
I were to take a minute or so to clear out a space free of vegetation as much as possible and place a small explodey block there, set to go off as long as possible, under the idea of noise in this direction, not where we are headed.
Let me see how long the timer can be set. That's very dependent, because if it's only like a 5-minute timer,
Then it won't really
you
matter.
might not want that to go off, because I know. But if it's a 30-minute timer, then you might be okay, right? Let me just go to my the weapon descriptions here. Item lists. Man, I'm so glad I put all these weapons in an easy to search Word document. So much easier. Because now I can press Control F and put in the word block for fusion block and find. Search key not found.
You gotta search explodey block.
Fusion block. Oh no. Range. Handhold. On the top is a block for programming the time of detonation. It doesn't say for how long. You know what that means?
Demolitions check?
It's as long as we... No, it means it's as long as we reasonably think. If you're planting a fusion block to go off, I'd say its maximum would be... For military operations, you plant an explosion, you want to get out of there. I'd say up to like 12, maybe 24 hours.
Okay.
So, yeah. So what I would like you to do for the chance of a success, then, is to roll an explosion, right? Because maybe you made a mistake. You didn't press enter when you entered the time or something like that, right?
All right.
So
So a
I'd like you to
demolition. So that is going to be... it made it by 25 through 22.
Great. So that's a success.
Bless you.
Anything else you guys would like to do? Any other skills? If not, we can continue.
I've got nothing.
I have wilderness survival, but I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly how that would be implemented.
Yeah. All right.
Just say that I don't have anything. I might think of it later if there's another skill roll.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, I know what you can do, Patrick. You have conceal, don't you?
That's for concealing objects, like on my person, and
Okay,
probably just yeah.
Because I was going to say, maybe you could, grab a branch and, conceal our tracks.
All right. So we're gonna lock this in, right?
Yes.
We're gonna lock her in. So, I'm glad to tell you that you had 4 successes and 3 failures. So we're going to be rolling on the success table. Who would like to be the designated roller?
I'll do it.
Okay. Now, don't roll 1d100 yet. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I can share with you the table if you're curious after the encounter. If you survive it, So roll me a
Sure.
D100, like a skill check. Low is good, bad not good.
Okay. 70.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
so let me see here. Give me just a moment, guys. I appreciate your patience. Okay. So, you get about 75% away towards the camp when you hear a sudden shout in the distance, not too far away. This wasn't an ambush. This was more of a pair of one of Prince Jasper's entourage spotting you through the trees. Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
All right.
18.
All right, go ahead and
9.
move your. Once again, just do your thing. And Hunter and.
One of these days, I will know what it's like to roll high on initiatives. It will be glorious.
But today is not that day.
Yeah, but today is not that day.
Actually, same PP. All right, sweet.
Quick, quack like a duck.
No, you can spot it.
Quack!
Quack!
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna roll all my NPCs here, including Alicia.
Oh, I kind of forgot because I got all excited
good
about
job,
the
Alicia.
skill check challenge. Can I did want Al to do one thing. It's just a quick roleplay thing.
Yeah.
Which would be at some point to pick up Jackie and pet her and say she is the best squirrel that anyone could ever have. Because she is.
Oh, just a second. I think Kriana's in.
Ooh.
I can get her in. I think I'm gonna just do some creative. I'm gonna be doing some creative stuff here.
All right, guys. So let's get our story straight. Jackie fell down some stairs.
What?
Wait, what?
No.
Kriana!
Hi, Kriana!
Hey,
So we were about to
Going
start some
on?
combat.
Yeah,
But-
sounds like it.
Well, okay, so good news, bad news. Good news, they found the prince and he's dead.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bad news, they made a bit of a ruckus and now people are on the search for them. I'm
Oh,
gonna say
good.
before we got to the point where y'all got spotted by this new duo, between the death of the prince and you getting to this point, Bear and Mila find you. I don't, Kriana, what I've been doing is that you were not with the group. You were still at the camp with Bear, because hopefully, with your permission, you think it's okay. But remember those berries that Patrick was picking last week,
Mm-hmm.
and he was eating them? I was thinking that Mila was like, he said they're poisonous, but he ate them just fine. I'm gonna find some berries and I'm gonna eat them. So I gave you like mild food poisoning to put you out of commission for a couple hours.
I love that idea.
Hopefully you like my impression. There was a brief roleplay where Mila woke up Al in the night. 40 years, I don't feel so good. Anyway, but you'll have to listen to it
that.
later.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
But we can say since they've been gone, you feel a lot better, and you ask Bear to help her find your friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose to be in body armor or your Power Ranger Titan power armor. Bear's obviously in his power armor. Mm-hmm.
I will be
body armor.
I will be if I may be wearing my Power Ranger armor and showing it off to
Sure.
Bear.
Okay.
And yeah.
Awesome. Now, Bear
Okay.
doesn't have power armor. I misspoke. He has body armor, right?
Mm.
But Bear is extremely good in the woods. And I'm going to just kind of narratively allow that you're like, I want to find pointy ears and tell them they might need me, right?
Mhm.
So maybe you even saw a plume of fire off into the distance because there was a lot of fire involved. Who'd have
Uh-huh.
thought? So I think it'd be fair for Mila to ask Bear to help her find them, and him using his tracking skill, he was able to come across the group. So you are now all together, and the gentlemen have decided to go back into the camp, Prince Jasper's camp termination, in the hopes of freeing that poor mutant bear that was being tortured so horribly so.
Hmm.
So this is where we are, and then while you travel to the camp, a couple guys spot you. So now we're starting that combat.
Inferno, did you get what I had said before?
No.
It was a small thing. I got so excited about the skill checks, I forgot that I'd wanted to do it. At some point, I did want Al to pick up Jackie and call her the best little squirrel ever because she did
Oh,
amazing.
wait, I did hear that.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry. Yes, Jackie did handy. Although Jackie got damaged, Mila. She got a big sword slash in her back, so.
What have you
Yeah.
done to my baby?
We'll find out. She might be fixable. Oh, she's totally
Chicks
fixable.
like scars?
Jackie
It only
is-
worked for
well, Jackie has
Garrus.
no temper. Okay, so Brianna, why don't you roll your initiative? I'll
Oh,
put
yes.
Mila in here, and I'll put in Bear as well. Oh my goodness, I don't think these guys are gonna have a chance now that we have.
Oh, I gotta get my sheet open. Oh, man.
Why is this crossing out? Uncross out. You stupid.
What? Reverse the
got it.
crossing.
I know this is very un-PC like me to do, but if the rest of the party doesn't mind, and if you think it would be more fair that way, I wouldn't mind you adding someone because we're adding people.
No.
I don't
Trust
mind
me.
either way.
You guys have enough. No, you know what? You guys have enough challenges in this world. I'm not arbitrarily adding another one. We're good. You guys did all those successes. You deserve the rewards for it. I'm not just adding another guy because there's a few more people.
Very generous of you.
No problem. No, once again, it's all about fairness, right? I gotta be fair.
Alright. 20 plus 2.
Okay. And so I did Alicia. Oh, I was in the middle of counting Alicia's attacks for melee. All right, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. And now, Bear. Hmm. And as do you guys want to talk about anything else while I'm doing all this? Because the silence is palpable.
Okay.
If not,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
start filling in Mila about what happened.
Okay.
So, we decided to go after.
Prince Casper.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. We were assassins.
We assassinated him.
He was a bad guy.
Yeah, and she had a bad lady next to him. Yeah, you know why I know she's a bad lady?
Why?
She cut a squirrel. I know.
Why did it have to be Jackie?
But Jackie was so brave, she ran right up to that evil prince and flashbanged him right in the eyes. And the entire fight, he ran around screaming because he was blind.
That sounds just like Jackie, too.
Does. All right. Oh my god.
I do love the whole picture of that. Like, he's got this really competent bodyguard, and then he's the whole time just like, I can't even find the radio.
Hey, that's what you
God,
get.
I was gonna try to shut those down and bam, didn't work out so good. Stupid, stumbly 3-turn Patrick can't even fight good.
No, you're just not the
Uh,
fastest guy.
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to be the fastest.
No, no, I do not. I'm actually
Okay.
I actually love being like the nerd and just looking at my like 3 turns low strength and low speed and just watching everyone else's like 6 turns. This
As you
it's
level up,
actually really neat.
well, your hand-to-hand skill is still hand-to-hand combat basic. You still will get additional turns per melee. You just need to level up more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just
I
takes
know
longer for you to learn it.
You,
that that may have actually come across sarcastic. No, I'm serious. I do like that.
Oh.
It really
Oh,
does
okay, cool.
actually show like difference in characters and things like that.
and I will say
Yeah.
this, and not just to try and make you feel better or anything, because you don't need it, but because I honestly feel that way. I have never like you play Patrick so well that he always is a factor in any fight we're in. Always, whether it's floating someone's gun in the air so they can't shoot us, or teleporting some guy to a mystic realm, or hitting a freaking rhino in the mouth with a shotgun because you stared it down. It's amazing.
Cool.
Oh,
All right, I'm good to sort. I don't know if I know how to sort yet. Wait, I think I did. No. Wait, I think I can figure this out now. If I just highlight the part I want to sort and then right click, yes, and then say sort range from A to Z. Did that work?
What did it do?
you sorted the names from A to Z.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do it. Help me. Help me first.
Okay. Okay.
Is it-
Data. Hold on. Data. Sort range by column. Then you pull that up.
Oh,
Sort range, and then sort by column D, A to Z. But bam, that is actually the opposite of what you need to do. You need to Z to A. So column D, Z to A. But bam.
be careful
Done.
if they put Z's in your A's, then you're in trouble.
Oh,
Yep.
All right. All right.
Wow.
Good job, everyone. Alicia. Okay, so set the scenes here. Okay. You are in a clutch of tightly packed trees. There are a few. There's a few down trees nearby, old rotted wood, and a few hard points, but nothing like large boulders that you can really take cover. All the cover here looks like it's SDC, and it's all trees right now. The two individuals who spotted you, they are in body armor, and one of them seems to be wielding a heavy energy weapon, like a plasma cannon, while the other one has a much more precise, looks like it's a laser sniper rifle. They have, I was going to say, they are approximately 90 feet away from you, and you can all catch glimpses of each other through the trees. But it seems like you're both on the edge of each other's vision. Does that work, or would you guys like any more details about the terrain? I think.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm fine.
I love the
Sweet.
picture.
I'm good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for like thick woods with like little fall colors because it's fall right now, and also I want to bring Mila out. Boop. Where are you,
Hi.
Mila? There you is.
I'm so tiny. Now I'm
make
normal size.
Well,
Get out of the way, Jackie.
Kenna, I miss you.
I
Miss
miss
you when
me
I'm
too.
talking to you.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So top of the order, Alicia. Ooh, shit. Actually, she looks. There's a shout in your direction, and you spot each other, right? Alicia just goes to grab her rifle, but she's not too sure whether she should fire yet, and she voices this because she doesn't know if she wants to make so much noise again. So she's just gonna hold off this turn and pass. Patrick.
All right. How close is this?
How
Like-
close are you from each other?
Yeah, from the
90
shouting. Okay. Wow. Shoot. He hearing that going to he's going to take out his rifle, but also going to do about the exact same thing, where he looks like he wants, like he's kind of rocking back and forth quickly, to just not sure exactly what to do.
Okay. Let me add in one other descriptor here.
Yep.
The armor that they're wearing. One of them, the one with the larger plasma cannon, his armor is mostly a dark green, but there's a band of red going from his shoulder down to his, like from his right shoulder down to his hip. Al would recognize this as a mercenary brand of the Red Suns. The other fellow doesn't seem to have any sort of markings on him. Tom, it's your turn.
Oh boy. So we are going to engage them, right?
All I can, yeah, it's up to you guys. Now, like they shouted in your direction, they spotted you, and they have their weapons in their hands, but they're not raising them yet because it's not their turn, right? Like you guys, it looks like all of you, with the exception of Al. No, all of you have the drop on them. So really, you guys choose how you start this encounter, whether it's violent or whether it's not.
The honest truth is there's no way to take them out without making an enormous amount of noise right next to the camp. And I think if we do that, we can kiss getting into that camp goodbye.
Yeah.
So it might be best to try and find a non-violent, or at least, a non-violent solution.
We could try and play it off like we don't know what's going on. That we're running away from the fires.
Yeah, we're a simple hunting party.
Yeah. I don't know though.
Mila's in her power
We have
armor.
mega damage.
Yeah, Mila's in her power.
We have the bow too.
They
Oh,
haven't seen.
oh.
They're too far away, and it's too clammed up for them to spot the bow on anyone's back or anything like that.
I was gonna say I could try running distraction, but I think we're past that point, and that would be making a lot of noise. Like, hey, look over here! I'm climbing a tree.
Got any trees I can climb?
It's actually a scary thought in that armor.
Oh! I have an idea. I'd have to drop the bow, of course. We shouldn't take too long thinking about this, but we say that we're from Green Castle. We've heard that there might be an attempt on the prince's life, and we're a mercenary group that's been sent to offer support. Thus, why we're heavily decked out, and we're on our way to the camp to see what's going on.
We would be headed in the other direction towards the explosions.
No, we wouldn't. We'd be headed towards the camp to see what's going on. We haven't checked in yet. We don't know where the prince is. We're not going to run into a combat. Like, this is what you could say. We're not going to run into a combat. We don't even know what's going on or if it's handled. We would check in at the camp first and get orders from there. We're mercenaries, not...
Yeah. Possibly.
And then just
I
play
mean,
it by ear.
That is kind of our best option, unless we want to just go guns a-blazing.
I honestly, the more we do this, the more I like it. It offers us so many opportunities. The prince is dead. So if we can play on their sides, there's so much we could do, even to get in the camp.
Yeah, but they can't see the bow.
We would drop the bow. We can always come back for it later. Or just not at all. You have the ring.
The ring. Yeah. Sure. I will just skip my turn.
Okay. Bear is also waiting with bated breath. Mila, what are you doing?
Mila will be standing next to Bear, like looking around and like picking up a leaf from the ground, like showing it to Bear. That'll be her turn.
Okay. interestingly enough, in your power armor, you're almost to eye level with big old bear due to the height advantage you get in the power
Aw.
armor. All right. Bear's also waiting. Alicia's waiting. Patrick. Where's Al? Oh. Okay. No Patrick, but I'm going to have to say, Patrick, Mila, Tom, since you're the active player characters, and it's going to be their turn soon, you guys are going to have to start the conversation, not Al. He's too slow as far as the reaction goes.
Leave it to me.
All right.
Gosh.
Okay. Do it.
You know what? That might actually work. Go for it.
I'm all for it.
All right, go, Mila.
Oh my god.
How far away are they?
90
oh
feet.
my god.
Mila will hold up her hands to show that she's not grabbing at any weapon.
Uh-huh.
And she will say, "Hello, we come in peace."
Okay. Once again, very similarly before, we are going to pause combat for non-violent actions. If there's a violent or aggressive action on either side, we will resume combat exactly where we are. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
they both look at you and they spot you for a moment, and their guns are up, and they raise them, but they don't fire them. One of them, the one in the Crimson Sun's marked body armor, says in a gruff voice, "Identify yourselves, or be blasted."
All right, team, are we lying here, or are we just gonna try and do some intimidate? What are we? I don't even know.
I think lying would be the best way to go.
All right, okay. I'm sorry, we were in an accident. We're just trying to find our way to the nearest town.
I was not anticipating this. I love it. Okay.
We had to carry all our armor. We couldn't leave him behind. We were new to this area. I'm so sorry. Please don't hurt us.
They. All right. Oh man. Okay. Roll me D100, Mila.
All right.
That's pretty good. Just a second. Yep. Okay. They lower their weapons a little bit and take a look at each other. You hear them whispering to each other a little bit, a few small shattered phrases, as the one in the Crimson Sun's armor steps forward a few feet and be like, "Hold up. We're not too sure about you, but why don't we all just lower our weapons so no one gets hurt, and we'll clarify this, okay?"
Absolutely.
Okay. So does everyone comply?
Yeah.
Actually, to be very safe, Al is going to feign like he faints from the stress of it, and when he falls to the ground, he is going to ditch the bow, hide it under leaves or in a bush or something.
Okay, that requires a bit of acting,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. Do you think there are any skills that are that would be relevant for that?
Yes, I think part of it would be maybe I could use the trust intimidate thing as far as how my acting goes. Certainly concealment, perhaps.
Concealment, I would say definitely for
Yeah.
actually hiding the bow.
Right.
So let's do that.
All right. So I made it.
Okay. Good. You find just enough. It's fall, so there's a lot of leaves on the ground, right? You're able to cover it up pretty well. So they take a few steps while does everyone lower their weapons? Put them away? All the NPCs do.
Yeah.
My weapon has been lowered, and if people are putting them away, so will Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mila
only
will
weapon
even
I-
pull off her helmet.
Okay. Now that's useful.
And Al is going to, really ham it up like the,
Oh, okay. All right. So, sorry, that the okay, all right wasn't towards you, Squee. It was towards Al, the little drama llama that he is.
There's a reason for it. If he's a little drama llama, he's not an assassin.
Well, he can be both, but
Right, but the
it's
hope,
less likely.
yes.
Drama llamas can kill people. Actually, they're more prone to. All right. Anyway,
Stupid llamas.
so the two fellows take a step back, and the other gentleman, the one who's in his unmarked body armor, the one with the laser rifle, who's just at his side, they pause for a second. They say, "Well, what's with your friend?"
I'm sorry, we've all been through a lot. We're all just a little on edge. Pointy ears, I need you to calm down.
Al will say very quietly, "Play it up. Act like I'm a weakling."
You gotta stop doing this, pointy ears.
I'm sorry. Body armor's hot and it's uncomfortable, and they're pointing weapons at us.
Listen, I need to get you to your parents.
Mommy.
I'm not your mother. Please stop saying that.
Mila, oh my God, Mila. All right, roll me. Your physical beauty, and
Yeah.
you don't have an acting skill. You have a singing skill. So, but roll me your physical beauty kind of check.
All right. Oh, I'm beautiful.
Oh my God. Oh,
So, I pulled off the helmet and I shook my hair back and forth.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, and it has definitely stirred the attention of the body armor Crimson Suns marked gentleman with that large plasma cannon. So they take a moment just to listen to this little diatribe, and the one. For lack of a better word, I'm going to just say he's a wilderness scout. You don't know exactly what it is, but I'm going to just say the wilderness scout rolls his eyes a little bit, and you hear him mutter about, "I thought elves could handle the forest." While the Crimson Suns fellow is keeping his eyes on Mila. And he says, "Well, you and your friends here," he takes a look at everyone very, very carefully, "just came across a really dangerous situation."
What on earth do you mean?
Well, some friends of ours were hurt, and we're trying to find out who did it. And right now, everyone we come across is pretty suspicious.
Oh my God.
I want to believe you, honey, but I think maybe you should come with us to kind of clarify everything.
Of course, we'll do whatever we can.
All right. Come with us to our camp's not too far away. I'm just going to radio my friends and let them know that we came across you.
Oh, of course.
Okay. And with that, he steps to the side and he says over the radio waves, you can't really hear the response because it's inside his helmet. But you hear him say, muttering something along the lines of, "We found some folks. They say they're just travelers who got lost along the way. But considering the situation, we're going to bring them in to camp termination." And with that, see, now you outnumber them considerably, and you could be hot, and you could have attacked them right off the get-go. So they're not treating you as prisoners or anything like that, just persons of interest, they explain, as they lead you towards camp termination.
Is that the evil camp, or is that a different camp?
Yeah. No, that's Prince Jasper's camp.
Oh boy.
Was Prince Jasper's camp.
Well,
Team?
Yeah. Well, we
this is
were
a good
going.
thing.
Here's the thing. Mila?
We do want to go
Wait.
back.
Yeah. That
Do
is
they-
exactly where we wanted to go.
Has any of them seen you? Do they know anything about us specifically as individuals?
No.
Everyone
The
who has
only
seen them
people.
is dead.
Yes.
Yeah. And out of character, also, this really helps for further our other goals too. This will give us a really great idea of what's going to happen next now that Jasper's dead.
All right, I'll just keep playing it the way I'm playing it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Whew. All right, Inferno. Time to get everything on. Okay. So, is there anything you guys want to do or say on the way to the camp?
Actually, yeah. They're not disarming us, right? They're not treating us like prisoners.
No. No.
All right. Al is going to clutch his obviously very fancy weapon. Like he has no idea how to use it. Like he's clutching it to his chest, like he's scared anyone's going to shoot him, and he keeps dropping it because he's so nervous.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and
All right.
after the third time he drops it, I'm going to audibly say, "Fucking nobles." All right.
Okay.
Mila's gonna be kind of primping herself.
Okay. All right. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this, guys. Wow. All right. So, it's only a 15-minute walk to the camp. You were relatively close by to it. During the journey, these men do introduce themselves. The one in the Crimson Suns marked body armor, his name is... Give me a second. His name is Tio Constales. You can tell by his accent, and when he actually shows his face, he is of Spanish ethnicity. And the other fellow, his name is Adane, Adane. Tio is very interested in Mila. And when they walk, he kind of makes sure that he's kind of next to her, and he just makes small talk, about how her journey was and, that sort of thing.
Mm.
When you get to the camp itself, there appears to be, obviously, the two Borgs and the two individuals in power armor that are still there. In addition, a small clutch of 4 additional personnel greet you. One of them is Juicer, and 3 of them are additional ne'er-do-wells that you saw when Jackie was doing her recon. The most vocal of all of them is the Juicer, who, through conversation, you learn his name is Patton Bullettooth. A lot of people just call him Bullet for short. In which Tio introduces what's going on. When you first arrive at the camp, of course, all guns are trained at you before Tio speaks and gives a brief explanation of why they're here and why he brought you there. The people of interest, he explains. They said they were lost. I figured we'd take them in here, question them, make sure their story's straight, and go on from here. It's enough to convince the others to lower their weapons. But Tio is no longer the spokesperson in this situation. It is very clear, Bullettooth, explains that he was just invited along to this little hunting trip, and now that it's gone to shit, Patton is going to be in charge so they can figure out who the fuck fragged their prince. Hold up a second.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a breath, but give me a moment. The situation is extremely tense and extremely distrustful. Obviously, you can hear some roars and clamors at the cage, implying that that mutant bear, Blinky, which Jasper called him at least, is still around. Sorry, I'm going to give you guys now the right of way. If not, I will continue on because they have plenty of questions to ask.
Oh, I do have one thing. Like, if Al could say to Mila when he explains it, he could just turn to Mila and say, "Question? That sounds painful. They're not going to hurt us, are they?"
No, don't worry. This is all just some big misunderstanding, but I need you to calm down.
Al's going to hide behind Mila.
Yeah, and this entire time, Tom's going to just cradle his head in his hands.
Okay. So, first things first, you're all asked to put your weapons on the ground where they can see them. Do you comply?
Yeah.
Very
Yep.
clumsily, yes.
They ask Mila to step out of her power armor. Does she comply?
Of course.
Okay. All right. That's helping with the tense situation. It's lightened a little bit. Now Bullet Tooth starts his questioning. But he doesn't want to hear it from just Mila. He doesn't want to hear it from that chattery elf. He doesn't want to hear it from anybody. He's going to go from person to person, and we're going to role play this. Everyone roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
Okay. Al. Okay, good. Patrick and Byrne, roll me another 1d20, please. Okay. He goes to Tom first. And he says, your name, who you are, what you do, and why the fuck you're here.
Alex McClintock. I'm somewhat
I've
of
heard
a,
of a before.
I'm somewhat of a hunter. I'm new to these woods. I'm just here to get this guy to a town, someplace. I can't even remember the
guy?
name. The elf. The prissy little guy that is...
Okay? Fine. You know who Prince Jasper is?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Laszlo.
Kind of looks at you with a sneer. By the way, I guess I should describe Patton Bullet Tooth. Patton Bullet Tooth is called that because you can always tell when he smiles, which he never does, but sneer or grimace, that his front right tooth looks like it's completely shattered. He also has a scar lying from the edge of his right lip all the way to the back along his cheek, in a vertical line. No, horizontal line. Sorry. Just a moment. Okay. He is white, extremely pale, with jet black hair that's cut extremely short, almost shaved against his skull. As I mentioned before, he has a juicer rig, but he seems to be a little bit on the shorter side, only 5'10" for a man, which isn't too short, mind you, but shorter than the majority of the group, with the exception of Mila and a few others. So now he goes next to Patrick. He says, same fucking question. Name, what the hell you're doing here, what you do, and where you're from.
I am Sir Kinsman. I am one of the royal knights of... we call him Pointy Ears, but I think... I'm not worthy enough to say his name.
And where are you from?
I'm from New Laszlo.
Starting to see a pattern here, he says, as he spits on the ground by your feet. Who was next? Who rolled next? Al was a 13. Yeah. Next is the elf. He crosses his hands and says, "You noble lord, where you're from, what's your house, what are you and your bitches doing here, and why shouldn't we kill you?"
Al, when being addressed, tries his best to save face, flings his long blonde hair over his shoulder, and says, "I am Legolas Lightfoot. My mother, Queen Éowyn, is the queen of our realm, and I am a newcomer to this plane of existence, and I would appreciate it if you would show some respect." And obviously he kind of shrinks back at the end there.
You forgot one question, Prince. Why shouldn't we kill you?
Because it would hurt?
Yeah, it would hurt a lot. And he goes, next to, let me see, I know Mila's last, which means it is my rolls. Bear. Oh man, he goes up to Bear and looks at this giant DB. He says, same questions, big guy. You're not going to get too hostile on us, are you? What's your name? Where are you from? What are you doing here? Bear gives a soft, sturdy look to Patton Bullettooth, and he says simply, Bear, New Laszlo, bodyguard. They stare at each other for a good long time before Patton Bullettooth, with another sneer of his jagged mouth, moves over to Alicia. How about you there, hot stuff? I think you know the sequence by now. Alicia gives a bit of a... She kind of looks him up and down, and she says, I'm their guide. They didn't know anyone in the area. My name is Alice, and I'm a goddamn deadly shot. I was going to bring them to Greencastle, but our ATVs got a little broken up along the way because they didn't buy what was suitable for the terrain. He follows up with a few additional questions, which I will not reiterate now, but she holds her ground just fine in her relaxed, kind of dismissive manner, which kind of infuriates Patton Bulletooth quite a bit, but not enough to not slink over to where Mila is. Mila, give me another personal beauty kind of checky thingy.
Sure thing.
It will color how he treats you. Okay. He leers at you for a little bit and be like, you must be the face of the group.
You could
Name?
say that. Oh,
Mm-hmm. What's your name?
my name is Sophia Andrews.
All right, Sophia. What do you do?
I worked in New Laszlo, and I started traveling with these fine gentlemen in order to help learn the ways of the world because I was unhappy with life. And now I'm just trying to get this young man. She looks over at Al.
Elf.
Does it make a difference? You're male, aren't you?
He nods indignantly.
This young elf to someplace safe, and it is... I'm sorry if I'm a little on edge. It's just been a hell of a past few days.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He waves
Mila-
his hand a little bit. Oh, yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, Mila looks like she's about to burst into tears.
Oh. He goes, He kind of waves you away for a little bit. And he steps back towards a few feet towards the collection of mercenaries. About 8 in total. Now, of course, the Borgs and the power armor guys and the 2 fellows that you came in with. He sighs and he turns back towards you and he says, sounds all right. Makes sense. A lot of people travel around. They got to protect themselves. I just got one question for you. Less than an hour ago, our prince and a friend of ours were all hunting in this region, and now he is dead by unknown assailants, and you guys happen to show up. Don't you think that's one hell of a coincidence? Don't you think that is one hell of a coincidence?
Al would
Patrick
like.
is going to like straighten up and go, "Yes, sir."
Al goes, no.
Please just
No.
stop. It's
All right.
I don't
Who's
know
the leader
what
of this group? Is it you, Face?
whose face.
You.
Oh. You can say that, yes, our technical leader was
Good.
killed in the accident, but I guess I will take responsibility for my men here.
Killed in an accident, you say?
Yes.
What was the accident?
We were driving our ATV and we ran into some trees or whatever. I don't know. I just trying to make sense of this whole situation, and we're picking up all our supplies we had and we're trying to move on.
So you went off the road, hit a tree, and now you got deeper and into the woods. Who the hell's your guide? This bitch? He looks over to Alicia, in which she gives a very, very deep frown. He says, "You're a pretty shitty guide." She doesn't say anything.
She heard that there might be a quicker way through the forest. I trusted her judgment. Maybe it was wrong.
Yeah. Okay. He pauses for a moment, and he says, I gotta let you in. And so you guys know, you guys are all from New Laszlo. If you don't know anything about the area, do you?
Al will pipe up, I heard there's a castle around here. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to see. So many of the buildings in this realm are so... meh.
Yeah, that thing.
Uh-huh.
Mila shakes her head.
So, here's the thing, Your Highness, says. Say you are innocent, right? This is just bad timing. It's possible. If we find another group of people and it's clear that it was them, I mean, no problem, right? But in the meantime, you see, Prince Jasper Crichton was kind of a big fucking deal in Greencastle. And when we come back or we report to them that we, his trusted entourage, his bodyguards and friends, failed to prevent his death, the Queen, his mother, probably going to have us killed. Or at least we'll never work there again. So I'm going to need to find some people who killed him. I'm wondering if I should let that be you guys or someone else.
Al's gonna shriek and faint again.
Well, I know his opinion.
Can't believe this.
Now, I'm just thinking out loud here, you understand? I'm open to other opportunities. But right now, you look like my meal ticket. With that, Tio pipes up and he says, I don't think that's really fair. If you just drag them in and they don't admit to it, it's going to ask a lot of... I mean, it's not going to look good for you, right? Why don't we just keep looking for whoever did it? Just keep these people here, just in case. Bullet-Tooth gives a scowl over the red sun and says, Listen, Merc, I've had it up to here with your little suggestions. I'm deciding what happens. So they're going to have to deal with me. So, thoughts? He asks sarcastically.
Patrick is a freaking human-shaped rod. That's about it.
Gotcha.
It sounds like you've already made your decision.
Well, mhm.
I would ask that that we receive some sort of fair treatment. I understand your concerns, and if I were in your position, believe me, I would be very suspicious, but I just want to be done with this and go back to New Lasso and just put this behind me. So whatever we can work out, I would be most appreciative.
One more D100 roll there, Mila.
All right.
It's enough to give Patton pause. Enough for Tio to pipe up one last time. He goes, wait a second. Assuming they're innocent, and I'm thinking it's more and more likely, but we don't know for sure, but assuming they're innocent, who says they gotta get stringed up, right? You said you just need someone to blame? Why don't we... He pauses for a moment. Why don't they just play along with us? We can work together on this. Patton gives Tio a steely glare, but he doesn't say anything, and he doesn't tell him to shut up. Listen, we're all in hot water here. We know we didn't do it, but do we even fucking know that? We all branched out into pairs. Patton pauses again. Sorry, is it okay if I keep continuing? I hate doing long
No,
conversations.
please do, because I'll chime in when I think of something. But boy, am I not sure what to say right
Al's
now.
unconscious,
Okay.
or feigning it at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feign it. Yeah, okay.
Maybe
Okay.
Mila will spend this time to maybe she'll just ask, can I try and get this guy up, looking over at Al.
Patton nods.
All right.
Oh, I guess then when she wakes up, Al would like wake up going, "I'm rich. Why can't I use that? Won't they take money?"
It just
That is enough to get a few people interested. Patton less so, but about half of the individuals there kind of quirk up and take an interesting look at the elf. Some grumbles start to be like, yeah, wait a second, we can work something out. Everyone can get away pretty clean with this. No one's got to know. And Tio simply says, we got to make good of a bad situation. As far as I'm concerned, we're all in shit. Patton grimaces a little bit and he goes, all right. How about this, folks? You said your ATV crashed relatively nearby, right?
yes.
Some of us are going to go with you. We're going to check it out. Make sure your story is straight. If it is, then it means you're trustworthy enough for us to work together. Maybe all of us can find someone else to blame for what happened to the prince. Maybe we work together to try to find who killed the prince. Maybe you guys pretend to be the scapegoats, but we arrange for your daring escape later on. Either way, this axe is not falling on my fucking head. So first things first. We're going to check and make sure your story is straight. So he goes over to the Borg. And he says, you, Tio, and the wilderness scout, the one who's known as a Dane. So he goes, actually, I'll spit out the Borg's name as well. He says, just a second as I scroll down. Oh my god, Inferno. There we go. Razor, myself, Tio, and Adane, we're going to go with you. Just to make sure y'all are on the up and up. The rest of you, spread the fuck out and keep searching. I'll do you the honor, Your Highness, of picking up your weapons, but keep them on your backs and to your sides. If I even think you're going for them, I'll just bring your bodies to the Queen. That way I don't have to worry about you talking at all. Okay.
Well, that's the thing.
So, plans, anyone? Plans?
I have no fucking idea.
Thinking. Hang on.
I'll give you guys, I gotta grab a drink. I'll give you guys a few minutes to think about the situation. You can say something, you can alter the plans, you can just plan for the inevitable, you know what I mean? But I'll be right back.
Oh man.
Well.
So we have our weapons back, and we can point them in any direction we want.
Are we outnumbered? Okay, here's an actual idea. Here's another one. What if Prissy Pants Owl counters the offer and makes, obviously this is getting too dangerous, and Prissy Pants Owl wants more bodyguards, and you bodyguards can show just how well I pay, and maybe this Prince Jasper of yours is dead anyway, so you need a new employer, right?
Oh, God.
Oh god. Wow.
And here's the best part. The mercenary might ask us to verify that we have the funds. We actually have the funds. We don't have to give it to them, but we can verify we have them.
We have all of our funds on us, though?
No, no. What I'm saying is, push comes to shove, we can. There's got to be a way. We have the backing. We would just have to figure out how to prove it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just popped in with that part.
Hmm.
If you want, I don't know if you really would, but credits are just on data storage devices. You can say you have all of it, or at least a really big chunk of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
wouldn't leave without the money, obviously.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So, would everyone in the group be anyone be opposed to this plan?
The best thing is I didn't hear this first part, so I can't wait to just go with it.
Oh man.
Well,
Because we're
I
not going to
would-
have an ATV.
Yeah, we're not gonna have a wrecked ATV.
Sorry,
too.
Piff, go ahead.
I need to know, like, all right, we have the funds and we can convince them. What's the plan after that?
yeah.
Oh, quite simply, take me to White Castle so I can speak to the Queen, as is proper of royalty.
Oh Jesus. Oh.
And then I can clear all this up.
Oh man.
And if they
Well,
refuse that, they're worried about going back and not getting any, and not having a job again. Well, they have one now. So we can kind of play that part by ear if they refuse that part. Point is, the other way, gonna end in conflict one way or the other. I can't think of any way to get an ATV crashed. And this is a great chance to try and keep the mercenaries from tearing that town apart.
Yeah. And also, like, thing is, we wanted to come here to try and help out Blinky, if I recall correctly.
Well, now we need to help out ourselves. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck this Blinky is, but
Blinky's the mutant bear that was being tortured by Jasper.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
I don't know what the fuck a Blinky is.
yeah, that's sort of my problem. But
I mean, I agree that Blinky is a priority, but not exactly priority number one. But the other priority we had, and we all talked about this when we decided to kill Jasper, is that we need to keep the town from tearing itself apart because of all the mercenaries in it. This is a possible in. It really is a possible, quotation marks, in.
Man. All right. All right.
Piff, I know you sound hesitant. By all means.
So, from what I'm getting from this is you want to convince them of status, go all the way to the queen as our particular group.
As a fake prince yourself.
Uh-huh.
And then
To-
what do we do?
We
when-
determine, first of all, one of the things we've always wanted to do is determine the state of the queen. Can she rule? Is she as bad as her son? If she can rule, can she keep the town together? If she can't, then at least we've established some sort of status, and now we have some sort of mercenaries backing us, that maybe we can keep the mercenaries from tearing the town apart. I know it's a long shot, but here's the alternative. We go look for the ATV, we get into a fight, we kill these guys, and then where are we? A bunch of mercenaries with no one to blame and no way to stop them from tearing that town apart. Unless I'm missing something, and there is another way,
I don't
which
know.
I'm open to.
Okay, which town are you talking about?
Green
by the way?
Castle.
Castle.
Green Castle.
Having Green Castle tear itself apart.
All the mercenaries that are in Green Castle now, there is a very high chance that once they find out their pay dirt is dead, they are just going to loot the town and kill everything they come across.
Okay.
That's one of the
Right.
options. Yes.
And one of the things we thought about is when we kill Jasper, we need to make sure that we don't make the situation worse than it was when he was alive. And I would say that constitutes as worse.
Yeah.
I understand that this plan is not exactly like a surefire deer in any way, shape, or form, but I can't think of a better one that accomplishes that objective. Obviously, it would probably be easier and a better chance, well, not easier, but a better chance of success if we just lead them out to the fake ATV and ambush them. That, we have a better chance of succeeding and getting away, but then what happens? And how do we stop that town from being looted?
Well, for one, the people out on patrol and trying to find us did note that they really can't go back without getting themselves killed. So the information is most likely not going to get there. By those means, I suppose.
That's... Wait. No, what they said was they couldn't get back there without a scapegoat. Whether
Yeah.
we're the scapegoats or not, I would think that the mercenaries are too greedy that they would at least try to go back with some sort of story. Or they would run completely, but I think that's probably the lesser of the two choices. If anything else, these kind of mercenaries would just turn on one of their own and use him as the scapegoat.
Just really bad situation, I
I know.
suppose. This is one of the... So, we're being let out, and there's 4 people, and we're going to a crashed ATV that doesn't exist, and we're going to...
We can engage in conversation. We can engage
Yeah,
in role
okay.
play before you
That's-
guys head out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now you're still at the camp. He's just saying, okay, pick up your weapons, right? That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, because like I said, I'm completely open to other options. If we take them out, go to the ATV, kill them, we can't go back to the camp because no one's going to buy that coincidence. Oh, look, the people who were with us, they got killed too, but we're still here.
Yeah,
The only thing I could think of with like the getting out of the ATV thing was if Alicia was our guide, if she can't remember the way to the ATV and she got turned around, but I don't know, just ideas.
It's a possibility. It's very likely, though, they already mistrust us. It's very likely they would just think that that we're probably pulling their chain and just kill us to be done with it. Or
Right.
imprison us.
So yeah, I think it might be better for us to get out, but I don't really know. I don't know. My brain not thinking good right now.
I personally, I would rather just get out.
Okay, but
Like-
wait. Get out
Get-
and then just leave the town to
Yes,
there?
yes, because
What? Well, no, we agreed as a group that if we were going to kill Jasper, we were going to take responsibility for that town until it was in a better situation. That was
Yes,
the point. That
but-
was the as a group we said that's if we do this, we need to ensure this too.
okay. I'm not okay with any other of our solutions so far. The only one I'm okay with is us just cutting and running because this is getting way too complicated for us.
Okay, heads up. How about this? It's around 11 o'clock. Why don't we formally end the session?
Sure.
You guys can, spend the, because we won't do any more like role play or anything like that. You guys can keep bouncing some ideas off the top of yourself, but this seems like it's a pretty big decision. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
this is something that we definitely, you guys should definitely think around for the next week. You know what I mean? So you feel a little more confident and less rushed. Is it okay by you guys?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's
Okay.
a fantastic idea, Inferno.
Awesome. And once again, my big theme is like there's never just A, B, or C. You guys want to find a D? You want to find yourselves an E? Well, don't find yourselves a D unless you want the D. Heyo. Anyway.
Heyo.
You'll
Thank
be
you.
you're fine, no problem. Thank you. I'll be here all day. But sorry guys, I didn't mean to put you. Hopefully, I'm not putting you in too difficult of a situation.
No,
We're
no,
the
no, no,
ones
no.
who willingly went.
Yeah.
Into the camp. Okay, fair enough. And you rolled the dice and everything like that. But there's a way into situations, and there is way out of the situations. I'm not going to set you up to lose.
Alrighty. Then I will go ahead and end the session, the recording. So bye everyone.
Bye.